Can someone explain to me why I'm thinking about The Witches, that 1990 movie with Anjelica Huston, and specifically what is haunting me is that scene where the little girl gets trapped in the painting. Oh my god, it's it's so frightening. Like, yeah, that haunted me as a child. That could have been its own movie. Like, they kind of just threw that out there, like, oh yeah, and there was this girl, and yeah, she was in a painting, and then anyway, it's like, what? That's a whole movie right there. I would have watched that movie. That's a book. I remember, I think I read The Witches, but I read it after I saw the movie, and I was thinking, okay, and probably, I bet the reason why I read the book was because I thought there was going to be more elaboration on the whole girl in the painting thing. So anyway, if you haven't seen it in a long time or are not aware of what I'm talking about in The Witches, they're talking about witches. The grandmother, there's the grandmother and the grandson, and they're together after his parents are killed, and she's telling him all about witches and to be careful of witches and stuff. And so she says, yeah, when I was a kid, I lived in this little town, and I knew this girl named Erica, I think, and she had a witch living across the street from her. And, you know, because witches hate children, this witch targeted Erica, and Erica went missing one day. And around the same time, her father had bought a new painting and was very proud of it and stuff. And the painting was in their living room. And so after Erica disappeared, they are all in the living room, and the father looks up at the painting and like freaks out because Erica is in the friggin' painting. She's like a little girl in the window of some farmhouse in the painting. And so as time goes on, Erica grows up in the painting, and she like moves around in the painting. And then, you know, the grandmother says, yeah, like 5 years ago, the old lady in the painting disappeared. Like, oh my God, that is so scary. I don't know why that haunts me so much more than anything else in that movie. And I don't know, maybe that like spurred on my weird portrait thing. And, you know, because in Dark Shadows, there's a lot of portrait shenanigans going on. And I don't know, that stuff really intrigues me. Like in Dark Shadows, you know, they borrowed from the picture of Dorian Gray, where Quentin, spoiler alert, 50-year-old spoiler alert, Quentin doesn't age because he had his portrait painted and by this special guy who had special powers, and just like Dorian Gray, he didn't age because the painting was aging for him. The painting, you know, took the hit for everything that happened to Quentin, and you know, I'm sure it was a lot. So there's a lot of painting portrait stuff on Dark Shadows. A lot of things, you know, people like kind of painting sort of being alive and things like that. That, I don't know, that intrigues me so much, but I don't know. I just been thinking about the girl in the portrait, and it's freaking me out. And that is, I can't believe that's in a children's movie. Yeah, and then she dies. That's just, oh, that is so weird. Does anyone else think about that? That's like, I love that movie, but that's the one thing in that movie that really sticks with me. Anyway, just wondering.